Welcome back to Draft Genius, and it's time for another scouting report video. In this video, we'll take a look at D'Andre Swift from the University of Georgia. Swift is a 5'9", 215-pound running back that finished his junior season with 1,218 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on 196 carries. He was a part of the Georgia Bulldogs team that finished with a 12-2 record and concluded the 2019 season with the Sugar Bowl victory over the Baylor Bears. So let's take a look at his game and see if he has what it takes to make it at the next level. D'Andre Swift spent the first 2 seasons of his career sharing carries in a loaded Georgia backfield. First as a freshman behind future NFL starters Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. Then as a sophomore, he split carries with Elijah Holyfield. He was still able to be a productive player, and in 2019, he was handed the full workload for the Georgia Bulldogs. Looking at Swift, he doesn't appear to be the biggest guy, but he does have a pretty sturdy build. He runs with excellent pad level and looks to have a ton of lower body strength. His pad level and his lower body strength allow for him to run through defenders on occasion. He's able to lower his shoulders and pick up those tough yards when he needs to. He's not a bruiser, but he's also not a guy that's going to shy away from contact in the run game. He won't be a guy that'll be brought down by arm tackles either. He's strong and has great balance, so defenders are going to have to get around him and wrap him up. He's a tough runner that runs behind his pads very well, and he should be able to handle the workload as a primary back in the NFL. Swift has good speed. I wouldn't say he has home run type of speed, but he has shown that he can accelerate and get going when he needs to. He ran a 4.49 in the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine, and I'd say this matches up pretty well with what we see of him on film. His acceleration is more impressive to me than his sheer speed. He does a really good job of getting to top speed after he makes a cut. It may not look as if he's a blazer, but he's definitely shown that he has enough juice to get the job done in the NFL. His speed shouldn't be an issue for him at all at the next level. One of the things that makes Swift very valuable is his ability as a pass catcher. Georgia used him a lot in their pass game throughout his career, so he has a lot of experience in this area. He has natural hands and he looks very comfortable catching the ball, whether it be out of the backfield, on screens, or on checkdowns, or in the slot as a receiver. I think he's athletic enough to run routes and get open against linebackers, but I'm not sure if he'd do as well against nickels. Nonetheless, his value as a pass catcher is something that'll make him very appealing for teams looking for that style of player at running back. Swift has very good change of direction skills and short area quickness. He's not necessarily a guy that has a ton of wiggle. He's a lot more precise with his moves. He's looking for that one cut, and once he gets it, he gets going back upfield in a hurry. He does a great job of setting up his cuts, then violently sticking his foot in the ground and changing direction. He makes cuts as if he were a receiver running routes, and his running style kind of reminds me of a LaShawn McCoy or a Le'Veon Bell. An area where I would like to see some improvement from Swift is in his pass protection. He often looks like he's trying to avoid contact as opposed to welcoming it. Rarely did I see Swift hang in there and strike oncoming defenders. Most of the time he would just attempt cut blocks, which is fine if it works, but at some point defenders figure that out and they'll be prepared for it. Also, defenders are going to test his physicality as a blocker. Eventually, Swift is going to have to prove that he can hang in there and block defenders straight up. D'Andre Swift is one of the most versatile backs coming out in the 2020 NFL Draft. He has a nice mixture of size and speed. He has just enough elusiveness to set defenders up and make them miss. He also can do his thing as a runner and as a pass catcher. There isn't one running back that stands out above the rest in this draft if you ask me, but D'Andre Swift is a very good back and he has potential to be a day one starter for many NFL teams. So, do you agree or disagree with this breakdown of D'Andre Swift? Let me know down in the comments and let me know what you think about his game. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. See you next time, and always remember, film don't lie.